welcome to Big Scott 35. Tonight we're going to get back to some cards, some pickups. I've gotten in quite a bit for my PC in the last week or so. I've got a nice little stack here to help me with my Topps flagship that I'm working on. So I'll just cruise through these very fast. So this was Ron Taylor for the 68. So I've gotten all but one 68 card. And then because of this stack, I'm missing like 5 or 6 cards for the whole 60s. Then we're going to go to 69 series. So we're just going to go through these pretty quickly. I'm missing one of these. Yeah, I'm very close to having all the 60s. And the ones I'm missing are short prints or the 2 big rookie cards. Nolan Ryan Seaver. I'm missing Ryan from second year Ryan. I'm trying to get them raw, and I don't need them in like great shape. I just want good examples or decent examples. And I'll take my time. This is something that just doesn't have to be done in any time. It's just I'm having fun hunting for them. And I'm selling on sport lots and just flipping that money into this project for right now and having fun doing it. Like this, I really like this card. Got it really beat up, but man, this card in a better was just kind of expensive. So I just tried to get them in a price range, not necessarily cheapest, but not necessarily the most expensive, unless it's, not a crazy price. You see this Tom Seaver. This is the problem with sport lots. I thought this would be a little bit better, but a little creasing, but off center, bad. But for my project, it's not terrible. Eventually I'll try to get the Nolan Ryan and Seaver in a grade, but that's just not on my list right now. I'm just having fun getting these older cards. I just never really visited like 60s cards overall. I was born in 71. I really like late 70s and 80s cards. That's when I get into the 70s, I know I'm going to really have a good time with that. Then now I just some short prints. Every once in a while I just pick a section in sport lots and go through and pick up some short prints and cards that I need. I needed all of these for my flagship set. So I am also trying to get like the legit short prints. I'm not worried about like greenbacks and all that stuff, but like the legit SPs and super SPs. So this was they did make an error card, and I went ahead and got the correct one, which is more expensive than the error card for that one. This is the Jimenez short print, which would have been nicer if he was still with the Mets. But now he's an Indian, and I think the Indians will be happy with him. I understand the trade, but the Mets defense would have been so much better if they could have held on to Jimenez. DeGrom short print. Let's see if I can't get this tape off, or at least back. The short print is him in the NYPD hat. It's listed as gray jersey, but in sport lots, but it's the First Responders Day in New York. And this one is the short print, him removing helmet. There's another one where they're celebrating. It's a super short print, and I've only seen one listed, and it was in the $100 range. And that, if that's the case, then I'll just miss out on that one. I'll be okay missing one card. Sorry about that. So that's my pickups for my flagship. Of course, I love my Star Wars. If you watched my last video, still picking up these living set. It's a bottomless pit of what they can use for this. This is one of the sisters, which is used in. This is from Rebels, but they also use it in the newest video game, The Sisters, and it's just really in depth, and they've got them in books and everything. This is a Loth Cat, which is also in Rebels. The little Padawan, that's his little buddies. They follow him around. You see him in a lot of the shows. Burl Lars, New Hope. This is the armor from the Mandalorian. And it was as a gosh, I meant to look up the name because I always forget the name. But this is like a famous actress, and I didn't know it until she was in another show, and I knew the voice, and I was like, "Where have I seen her?" And I just looked her up on what she's been in, and she's the armor. It's a redhead. I want to say she plays like in a lot of Vikings and stuff like that shows. And this is Slow and Low. After saying that one, that is the tempo. That's a little Beastie Boys for you. Slow and Low. What is this? The Last Jedi? Sorry about my coughing. I've had a little itchy throat here the last couple of days. Did get my first shot today, so April 9th I'll be vaccinated. So I'm really excited about that, so I can go and travel. Go see the family I haven't seen in a year and a half now, and friends, and I'll be ready for the National. Andre Dawson, living legend. I was going to pick up a couple of these because I really love to get these graded. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. Love this living legend, and now I don't know if I'll get it graded. I might just look for a graded one. This graded thing I did package 10 cards for SGC. I'm going to take a swallow of water. Really dry here in northern Iowa. So I'll be going over that later this weekend about what I'm doing with grading. I am apologizing. Jordan Alvarez. This is a throwback little set they've been doing. I really enjoy this. I don't think they're doing it anymore. But Jordan Alvarez. Christian Pache rookie. And the reason I got this one was for this one, Roberto Clemente. And like I said, sport lots, man. So I go through and pick up some. This is the gold from 2018. This is my favorite series for the colored prints. I love the color bursts in the back. Really love how they do that. Number out of 219, out of 2018, number 219. Written down. Another gold from 2018, Michael Conforto, which I know I already have, but you can't have too many of them. This one is, what is this? The 56 Retro Redux from 2020. Jacob deGrom. Really liking the chrome version of those. David Wright, I just listed a bunch of this year's cards, so when I do that, on Sport Lots, I just look to see like David Wright and Conforto. Some of my favorite players. So this is 765 out of 214. That's kind of like their gold in the opening day. It's the blue. So David Wright. And I really liked it when opening day and they did these. Thought they were neat. Opening day stars. Reminded me of Sport Flicks. But yeah, really like those. So David Wright. Couple of years of those. And it was funny because they've gotten better as they went, and I guess they're expensive because they don't do them. They don't make them for that anymore. So a Trout and a Redux. Picked up that. Trout Rainbow. I'm kind of on a Trout kick right now. When I go through, it just will not focus on that rainbow, man. I used my black background with the debacle I did last time. So Mike Trout on the opening day with the masking tape. And here's Scotch, or without Scotch tape, this is masking tape. League in Legends in the Making. Again, listing cards as I'm listing them. I saw them. This one I already have, and it's in my set. But so now I got one to put with my DeGrom collection. And then I picked up this for my Gary Carter's, the Black Border 83. I believe this is 18 as well. Really like that black border, and it is numbered out of 299, I believe. Yep, 268 out of 299. Nice card. And these platinum players, Griffey. And they also have these in colors as well. I believe they're over here. They're pretty cool looking. Pete Alonso. I've done picked up a couple of these now. And I just picked up a couple of base cards. Just had those stuck in there. Then the Black 86 from this year. And man, I got this really cheap off of Sport Lots. I keep saying it, but yeah. So a lot of these short prints have also gotten off of eBay, but this this is 54 out of 299. Nice one there. Stars in Service. They could have done so much better with the. I just don't. These just do not pop. But of course, it's got my PC players. I got to pick it up, right? So gotta get that. Another Cal Ripken short print. And when they do these, a lot of times now they call it a Legends short print when it's like, I don't know who's on the base card, but it'll be somebody else, and then they make the same number with a legend on it. Usually it's the same team player. Piazza, same way. I've gotten this one in, and it's in my flagship, so I wanted one with my Piazza collection. I've gotten this a couple of times. This is one of my favorite modern Johnny Bench cards. I just like him blowing a bubble, just having some fun, not being so serious. That kind of reminds me of him on his I love the baseball bunch. I bring it up quite a bit. Kind of reminds me of that when he was on that show where he was really, got along with the kids real well. Learned a lot on that in the 80s. Johnny Bench, 83 All-Star throwback in the black. Number 295 out of 299. I really like this black border on this 83 set. And then I do have one hockey card. Evgeny Kuznetsov. I know I can say the last name. Kuznetsov. Young player for the Caps. Well, he's been there now for a little while, but I got it in the blue. Like I said, I listed some artifact cards on there and saw this. So list some, pick some. And then finally, I have been checking out the Project 70 because it is it's got my PC players. So I think because the players I like this guy, Griffey, and there's 51 artists, like Blake Jameson said, there'll probably be 51 Griffey cards. But they won't all be of the same card, so that's the one thing. This guy made this, like he said, it's kind of unique, the era card of 90, miscut, damaged, it's pretty unique. It's by Bobby Hundreds. So, and he tells a little thing about the artist on the back, which is pretty cool. This one here is from Shoe Surgeon, I believe it is, the kid. And he was kind of mimicking this off of a shoe, off of one of the Griffey shoes. I used to have some Griffey cleats. I think I actually had a pair of those that's in this picture back in the day when I played softball. Glaring on these pretty bad with these plastic. Can't help that. Then the Darryl Strawberry. Love this one. And this was what our, these are 72. So that's what the Heritage is going to be when it comes out. Can't remember who did this one. Gregory Siff. So one of the Project 2020 guys. I really like that because there's been a lot of complaints. Like, it's not a lot of magic, like paying $20 a card. It's not a lot of being imaginative going into it, is what I want to say. And this is another one where we're liable to see 51 different versions of Mike Trout. But like I said, and this one is what, based off the 79 version, but it looks more like the Archives version of that. It almost looks like the Archives card. It just looks so familiar to me. And this is from Fauci, F-U-C-C-I, I think that's how you say it, Fauci. Another guy, I believe he was in Project 2020. And then, of course, I had to pick up the first Lindor Mets jersey card, which was I'm not a Lindor fan, but it was a Mets card. I am a Lindor fan. I take that back. I do collect Lindor, but I wouldn't go buy a Project 70 card. But now he's with the Mets, and it's, you don't even, Keith Shore. I mean, I really don't even have to show it. Yeah. So I really like this card. I thought it was pretty unique. It's got the Mr. and Mrs. Met back there, the apple. Hopefully we get to see that thing raise quite a bit this year. So Project 70, real quick thought on that is, it's just something else to look for when you don't have retail, and hobby is just I'm not overpaying for hobby. Yes, $20, I agree, is probably way too much. I would have been happy if they just didn't put in a one touch and sold it for $9.99, which some of the artists have said the same thing. But I haven't found a lot too much. I mean, they're releasing 3 a day, so I've gotten 5. They're pretty quick on getting them out. There's a Cal Ripken that came out this week that I like, but I'll get that because it's my PC card. So, it hasn't been a lot of thought going into it, but art can be very simple. Somebody said that one of the was literally a card that you could tell was just, photoshopped into something else. But, and they go, I can do it. Well, you didn't do it. That guy did it, and you saw how easy it was, and they did it. So, it's whatever. It's not going to be for everyone. You don't have to buy it. I don't know if I'm going to be in it for the whole year or not, because, man, Project 2020, once I was in it, I couldn't get out, and I hope I'm not the same way with Project 70, but I've rambled on enough. Leave me a like, share, dislike, subscribe, hit the bell, do all of the fun YouTube things. YouTube it up. Let me know what you're thinking of Project 70. Let's have a little convo on that. Until next time, see ya.